That means a lot. It's definitely an honor to be compared to Kareem Hunt. He's a great player. Uh, Obviously, he's in the NFL right now starting, so it's definitely an honor for me to be able to be compared to Kareem.
You see some similarities in you two?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I kind of just run to run. He runs with a chip as I do as well, so I feel like we do have things in common.
How important is it for you to get the running game going on Saturday?
It's definitely important. You know, it's important for any team, you know, that's playing on a football team, just to make sure they establish the run game. But we're just gonna go out there and play.
Being an Ohio kid and Kareem being at Toledo, do you remember watching him much, those last few years?
Yeah, when I was getting recruited by Toledo, that's when I first heard about him on the scene. And I just was kind of like wild about him. He's a great back. He just does things. He's one of those game changers of the game. You know, and I always looked at I feel like I could be a game changer as well. So I definitely look at Kareem as like that game changer type who can really change the dimensions and the momentum of the game.
What type of challenge does Iowa's defense, bring up for you?
I really don't know. I'm really just worried about what we have planned and what we have going on. So we just really want to make sure that we have everything down. Make sure we execute everything to the best of our knowledge and our ability.
Which do you like better, running over a guy or dodging him with a nice cutback?
Just whatever's necessary. I just kind of take what they give me. So.
How would you describe your style as a running back?
I really don't know. I just know I run the ball. They just give it to me. I just hope to make something happen.
When it comes to what he asks about running a guy over, going around him, is that instinctual, or how do you process that information? As it's coming on the field, obviously very fast.
I just really say it's instinctual. Whatever happens, just happens. If I got to cut or shake somebody, I'll do it. If I got to run through somebody, I'll do it. If I got to run around somebody, I'll do it. Just whatever the team needs for me to do, I'll do.
Think you're better at one than the other, or?
I mean, who knows?
Do you? I'm asking you.
No, it's instinctual, like you said.
The way the fans act around this rivalry, does that intensity surprise? I mean, being an Ohio guy, probably not knowing a whole lot about the Iowa State rivalry until you got here, does that surprise you at all? Just how, I don't know, kind of they're at each other's throats a little bit, the fans are.
Nah, not really. Just play every game, take every game one step at a time. So I look at this game as every other game, just going out there to execute, just being a leader for the team, and just doing what we know we're capable of doing.
What rivalry did you pay attention to growing up? Was it Ohio State, Michigan, or was it something else?
I really didn't pay attention to any rivalry. I just was more so paying attention to my high school rivalry, if anything. The Northwest against my Healthy Owls, but other than that, nothing beyond that point.
When you guys got to Kinnick last year, did you have to walk through any fans to get into the stadium? Like when you got off the bus?
I actually don't remember.
Don't remember?
No.
That on Saturday, it seemed like the offense really got clicking late there in the second quarter after you broke a couple of big runs. Did you feel like that added a little bit of juice to the offense and got momentum maybe going a little bit, or freed things up a little?
I think my O-line really brought the juice in the second half. They realized what we had to do, and they really went out there and said, okay, let's do it. So the O-line really took leadership in that. I followed behind them boys, so that's what it is.
Do you have a routine when it comes to your preparation? Because you've been praised for how good you are at preparing and everything. Is there a routine, almost like a checklist you go into each week with?
Yeah, it's definitely a routine. I try to watch a lot of film. No, I don't try. I watch a lot of film. Just make sure I know my opponent to the best of my ability if I can know them. And I pray. You can't go wrong without prayer. Prayer becomes first, faith in God comes beyond all. So that's what I look at.
When you're watching film, what are you trying to get out of it? Is it the scheme, or is it like on a more personnel level, looking at what each kind of player does or likes to do?
More scheme and personnel. They're both the same to me. Just how a different player plays and who I'm focusing on this week. And how can I run? What type of style can I bring to the table? Do I have to be more physical, or do I have to be more finesse? So just play it by ear, play it week by week.
Going into this game compared to going into it last year, what differences do you see in this team, both either mentally or
in our team?
Yeah, in your team.
Our team, we have leaders, big time leaders this time. Allen is obviously the clear leader on our team, and then Hakeem Butler's just that guy who just brings that to the table as well. So that's really the biggest difference. Just the leadership. Coach Coach Campbell has always harped on leadership within the players. You know, I feel like we've got so much better with that over the years. So really just the leaders and the way we approach things now are completely different.
What's Hakeem bring to the offense?
Hakeem Butler, he brings a whole lot to the offense. I say he's the key to the offense.
Why?
Because what he does, he's so long and lanky. He can go for balls that I can't go for. You know, Hakeem, and he has that leadership effect in that role. Like, he's just always the same person every day. He's always happy. He's always happy to be out there, and he's definitely in tune with taking every game one step at a time. I definitely look up to that.
Does last year seem like a long time ago?
To an extent. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You know, camp came by fast, but when the season gets here, it slows down for me. So.
I guess I just meant like your team is so different now than it was a year ago, and I was curious if, like, thinking back to those games, the first 2 games of last year, if it seems like 3 or 4 years ago almost because of how much you guys have changed.
Yeah, to an extent. I guess you could say that.
All right, David. Thanks.